when others live in the wilderness, when I was still hungry for 9 meals in 3 days. These two brothers are having a fattening contest on a desert island. As long as whoever gains the most weight within the stipulated time, you can win, and get a chance to punish the other party. Before the game starts, Kirin brothers first record the current weight at the dock. Tianqi is 67.65 kilogram. The Heaven and Earth are 65.8 kilograms. The next two immediately sat on a luxury cruise ship. Ride the wind and waves to the desert island, except everyone has a tetanus blade. Brother Weather divided the 10 items he brought into 5 groups. The brothers take turns choosing. If you choose this one first, then the one up and down this group is mine. And then it's time for me to choose in this order. Since the rules are set by me, then I'll let you choose first. Give me a ride and do it again. Is this a suspension bridge protection? Protection can protect me from the wind and rain. Ha ha ha, that's the most important thing. That hammock is me. In that case, I took a boat in Shaanxi, which was pretty good. The second set of supplies is a bag connected to the internet and 20 fish hooks. A set of lines is selected by the Weather brother first. In order to achieve the goal of feeding big fish every day, he chose this Dalian net without hesitation. And they got little hooks and lines. He says the hook is more flexible, because Dalian net, it is easy to be. The waves of madness rolled in, and they were all bruised and bruised. The third set of supplies is a stainless steel pot and a flint. Perhaps many people will choose to start a fire without hesitation. Stone but come quickly. The celestial representation by the title of Vulcan Gatlin. Drilling wood to make fire with hands. So if you bring stainless steel to cook food, it will be more convenient. The Weather brother who automatically inherits flint. It also saves the trouble of drilling for wood and making fire every time. The fourth set of supplies was a bag of flour and a bag of mung beans. Considering that mung beans can not only be used to cook sugar, water can also be used to germinate bean sprouts. So brother Tianqi chose this bag of mung beans. Of course, the heavenly spirit land can also be used. This package of flour inherited automatically. Make signature dumplings to eat. The last set of supplies. Heaven chose a saw. And Tenchigo automatically gets a pair of scissors. After the spoils are divided, Tenchigo immediately uses the drone. Open up the perspective of God, since this island resembles a chicken leg. Shall we call him Kondao for 2.5 years? After the game starts, the two immediately parted ways. Choose Feng Shui Treasure Land to build a shelter. I didn't expect brother Tianqi to be buried in the process of tug-of-war with the earth. Gain some tetanus thoughts. It seems that this land is still quite fertile. And here's what's interesting, is clairvoyant vision has been explored. He quickly locked onto the nephew group not far away. Since the resources here are so abundant, just build a shelter in place later. Now we need to find fresh water as soon as possible. I expected to find a piece of this reef area. Qingquan stone upper class powder. This current speed is too choppy. Even the sun is not enough to drink. A Tianqi that I finally found, but all filled with salty water. Although Tianqio is next, I found several traces of fresh water, but it just failed to excavate the precious freshwater resources. It seems you can only turn back your own mung bean tree dream home if you can't find fresh water for a long time. At that time, we can only use seawater distillation to solve the burning eyebrows first. In a hurry, now I have to tidy up my sleeping place at night. In the process of mowing the lawn, you also need to have your own tetanus dragon slay a knife and the assistance of ruthless iron hands. And here's the magic. Tenchigo is actually in the process of cleaning up. Found a semiconducting iron box. Is there a special ash for calcium supplementation in it? Sprinkled directly on the ground. Can't it be used as a wave later? One operation is as fierce as a tiger. Tianqi finally got a place in the north-south transparency. Next, just go nearby. Collect some wild ropes back. Otherwise, you can choose the hammock you want. Have the supplies been built? Although Tianqi is already hungry and thirsty, but tonight saved me the effort of building a shelter. It also conserves physical strength to a great extent, and in lukewarm weather. There are no indigenous people on the island. Draven's army took the opportunity to sneak attack. In general, God Chico's first day of play was pretty normal. Can the beginning of the spiritual land take off in place that day? After parting with brother Tianqi, he immediately used the drone. Further explore the island's topography. Under the guidance of high technology, he soon reached the other side of the island. He found this vacant lot. It has a structure that looks very much like a ship's hull. Frame big guy. Sleep in it. Could it be Chanlingbi? Did you find the wreckage of the Titanic? And he found it. Very rich feng shui treasure land. You can reach out and buy for 0 yuan. Qianlingdi soon found a large iron pliers. And this big plank below. It can also be used as a table, a heavenly land with a large area of garbage. Immediately full of confidence indicates that your fat-prone constitution can have a 190% chance of winning. Here we go. Qianling introduced the items brought in this issue. In addition to the 5 supplies just selected, he also brought the necessary charging for each issue, shooting equipment, and a medical first aid kit. After covering all the supplies with foam boxes, he can continue to pick up supplies on the spot. As for this wild little quilt, it's very suspicious. Could it be covered before? It's for salted fish a piao, right? Next, Qianling Song still has to find fresh water first. After a period of analysis on paper, he decided to avoid the rocky road to his left. Look to the right for water. But even if it is a better route, it still feels a little difficult to move in an inch. I finally found this small river ditch, but it has long been evaporated by the sun. But God is not panicking at all. After all, there are so many things growing on the vibrant trees. That means there must be fresh water. In the process of exploration, he even found this tattered little cabinets and minor pots for class use. Anyway, the main thing is to find water sources while looking for water. Birds with one stone model while obtaining useful materials. After several times of Shannon tasting bakehouse operation, the heavenly spirit land was finally tricked by some saliva. Until I came to this big rock. Qianling Di was successfully persuaded to quit. On the way back, he found an oversized fish hook. Is this the rhythm you use to catch sharks? As for some rope that goes along with the sheet, bamboo and wooden planks, it is an important material for building shelters. It wasn't a waste of time. Next thing you have to do before dark. Build a simple shelter overnight. If it wasn't for making a video, it is estimated that the spirit is directly lying in the refrigerator. After closing the lid, experienced the coffin-like enjoyment. Today he chose this chunk of canvas, played a key role in the process of stabilizing the viewing angle structure with ropes. We even found a barbecue grill. If nothing else, the vacation will start soon. After setting up the waterproof part, next, you can shave your hair. Since the sun is about to get off work, go to the internet cafe to pack. Therefore, Brother Qianling can only temporarily take a few boards to use as a big bed. It seems that his start is the same as his brother is similar. Neither of them were able to make it on the first day. Successfully located fresh water resources. I can only silently trigger the passive starvation skill. Early the next morning. Because of my brother, I feel a lot of pressure. Because he's just going to the wilderness toilet. Became a jet fighter. You will lose 7 tails per caddy. If you continue to lose weight at this rate, in another month, he'll be gone. Today, we're trying to find fresh water. Only in this way can there be a possibility, but turn around against the wind. He is now at the very end of Chicken Leg Island. So in theory, just go all the way north. There is a high probability of finding fresh water. In the process of exploration, we even found a hook with a line. Although it has long been damaged and enriched, but maybe with a little bit of use. Can you catch a whale? Okay, looks like this neighborhood used to be an old fishing paradise. Since you have so many hooks of equipment, Tenchigo continues to scavenge. Found 2 tarps that can be used to build shelters. And here's what's interesting. He actually found a set of wild pots. There is also an 82-year-old fire soup included. It seems that this land is quite fertile. Even such an industrialized item can grow. And of course, find fresh water as quickly as possible. That's what Tianqi's heart wants. But even if he goes to the ends of the earth, still can't find the direction of the other party. Soon came to the Daki Empire and the Dalan Empire. Tianqi, brother, can only temporarily put the various equipment found first. Bring back to shelter if you can't find a suitable source of fresh water. If you replenish energy with food, it is estimated that Brother Weather will die on the spot during his performance. Maybe go. When night Brother Qianling stepped on it blatantly. Water Avenue Qianling. Why did you run over here first? No, dear. You put mine. The water suction device is broken. Wow, hey. Who got the catch? I've been working on it for a long time, you know. Looks like the weather. Brother didn't agree, so he gave everyone a night of worship. It turns out that my brother Qianling's side is also the end of life. If the 2 sides support each other on the spot, maybe realize that 1 mouthful of water plus 1 mouthful of water is greater than 2 mouthfuls. The weather brother who accidentally stepped on his brother's water intake device. 36 plans on the spot. In fact, he certainly didn't mean to. It's intentional. So far, only killer scissors. Seawater distillation solves the urgent need. First, wash the tetanus pot. After all, these ancient artifacts are rich in connotation. Element. The periodic table allows the weather to stay put and spiral into the sky. The next step is to look for diversion tubes nearby. And sealing materials, a sweeping monk artifact like this is a good choice. Brother Weather suddenly looked at these mineral water bottles in front of him. Have an idea, because many of them contain fresh water, more or less. These are from all over the world. Water should not be missed. Maybe they're microscopic, but as soon as it's all put away and boiled. Cookies can also be a great thirst quencher. It's just evaporated by the sun for a long time. There are some light in plastic bottles. The water already smells of plastic. Just thinking about it, I think the Weather Brother is very hardcore. If there are naughty children poured into the womb. Work in progress. Then the Weather Brother is not drinking 100. Water is so simple. After 2.5 hours of hard work, he harvested about 2 liters of weather oral solution. It seems that it is a veritable predecessor drinking water. Future generations quench their thirst. On the first day, he chose to start the fire. Nature is conjuring fire at the speed of light. Next, you can easily, with the help of a barbecue grill, boil a whole pot of water. Brother Qianqi, whose lips have long turned white, finally available, to first taste of fresh water in 2 days. Sure enough, the mouth of crab fun, that's what the water is, it's got a flavor. Wow, so cool. There's something wrong with the taste of this water. Hey. Can't tell what it tastes like. But it tastes good. After completing the important task of quenching thirst, here we go. You can brazenly cook mung bean soup. Drink while waiting. Tenchigo, the speed of light has built its own beggar gang home. Although the mung bean soup, after it is out of the pot, has a kind of break, the color of wind rust, but Brother Qianqi doesn't care anymore. Direct feelings are deep. Today, we finally temporarily solved the problem of fresh water and food problems. Take advantage of low tide. We might be able to harvest seafood in tons. It's just that the promise to chase the sea has become driven by the sea. It seems that Brother Tianqi's qigong floating on the water has not been practiced. Get this coconut in the rock. But this is the answer for this season's version. If nothing else, Tenchico will soon be able to eat coconut. It seems that the sea sometimes rolls up things. Can it be eaten urgently? Tianqi's second day finally turned against the wind. How did spiritual land perform the next day? Have you experienced the first night without eating? After the drinking test, he quickly went to check it out. The flower of Chos. Because there were always rats around last night. Around the corner, after adjusting the state, he continued his first day exploring the freshwater trail. But even if it dries along the whole strip, the small channels of the river go upstream. Still nothing. Next, he is in a lot of white seed was found in the clearing. It seems that as long as a stable source of fresh water is found, heaven and earth can supplement vitamins every day. The next step is to find the right materials. See water distillation. Since Qianling Earth did not choose the fire rod yesterday, so he has to lose the drilling wood. Fire-repelling material. Retrieve all available supplies. After the shelter, Qianling Land can officially produce solar energy. Water intake device. Dry him again. I'm going to dig a beach here. Then put the film on him. Down here. Put a little leaf. Stone put his clothes on. Pour him more seawater. Let him have a real effect. The last thing is to put the cup down for him. Spread him with film. Give him another piece. Rock him down. Although, this device from Qianling D does look pretty good. Reliable but serious. Friends who have read the previous content should know it. Soon the device becomes a fill trap. Did the Weather Brother do it on purpose? Or is it on purpose? Please do a feasibility analysis. As a younger brother, I can only smile and forgive my brother's behavior. After a period of reoperation, Qianlingdi's solar water extraction system is back online. Because the heavenly spirit does not have the fire like my brother. Stone, therefore, you can only live in the most primitive drilling area. After packing up the right living materials, you can continue deep processing to make a drill bow. The celestial representation known as Vulcan Gatlin. Just have feet. Sure enough, just as it was about to drill through the earth, he finally summoned Huo Qingju. And then he went to look at the solar power. Harvest by water extraction method. Sure enough, inside the harvested clear water in tons. It's barely enough to plug between my teeth since I chose the bottom of this special bottle for eating chicken. That can be done by seawater distillation. Access to more fresh water as long as the seawater boils. Then put the lid on the pot. The distilled water is collected. You have drinkable fresh water. It's obvious, this method is more efficient than the solar energy water extraction method. If there is a physical straight student watching in front of the screen, we might be able to build a condenser. Implement storage automation. Certainly, heaven and earth also thought of a better way. Just gather a plank of the right length. Put it in the pot, then put a plastic bottle. Then turn the lid upside down. Can't it automatically store distilled water? Sure enough, when I went to check the bottle again, after 15 minutes, the distilled water is almost full. Come down to the spiritual land, you can finally be blatant. Drinking wood tea. In the process of chasing the sea with one knife, he harvested a spider crab. As for this kind of conch, big and small, they are all over the place. He even harvested a large oyster. I see what looks like a chicken crab. Oh, I hit it, and I want to add me. Another golden chicken shot. Such a rich harvest. Come down like this. The barbecue grill I picked up on the first day. Doesn't it work? To have such a giant charcoal grilled oyster for dinner. If Brother Weather sees it, I guess I'll have to come and steal the house in the middle of the night. The brothers adopted a different approach. Received temporary fresh water. Early morning, on the third day of survival on a desert island, Qianqi plans to flash to the other side of the island. Search for freshwater resources. After hanging in place to get the perspective of God, Tenchigo decides, from their own sanctuary, a small steep slope at the rear serves as a breakthrough, so when you are still in school with. For rows of memories of the road to survival, Brother Qianqi is already asking for water. Although he was a little disappointed by the dry riverbed. But this large piece of bamboo was found. Maybe later, in the process of making furniture. As the main raw material, but even if Brother Qianqi sharpens his knife to the pick along the way, sheep cut through thorns. Still blocked by more vines. After more than 2 hours of clearing the wasteland, finally managed to climb this steep slope. After achieving the achievement of facing the sea with spring flowers blooming, Brother Qianqi found a large number of constipation artifacts again. Mountain sticky fruit, such a fantastic perspective. I thought he was going to Jieshi. And then take a leap of faith. A broken boat on the reef. It quickly caught his attention. Could it be that one piece ran aground here? He immediately drove all the way with sparks and lightning. We even used a couple of slide shovels. Finally arrived at the exploration site, unexpectedly, on this small beach. I have already laid down a lot of knives to cut happy products. As for this low-end version of the Titanic, there's even a broken one inside. Wine-coated engine. Whether Brother pinch your fingers. At least it's a year old. Can it be taken for granted as an antique? If it is a top mechanic body, maybe fix the generator at the speed of light. Then escape the island. Purchase wild fried chicken burgers to refuel. Dozens of steps into the complex suddenly became clear. Although this area was eaten up by the whole village. The dripping water of the attribute is surrounded by Guanyan, but I didn't expect there to be a water curtain hole hidden inside. So after 3 days, Weather Brother finally found a long-term drinkable source of fresh water. After switching to the perspective of living in the moment, he can finally willfully bring the water source camp. Secondary drink. In order to concentrate the scattered water droplets together, you have to hurry back to the city to move the rescue troops. After setting up the convenient water storage device, I believe it will be harvested soon. Fresh water resources measured in tons. Waiting period. You can go back to the shelter first. Blatant consumption of your own choice. Mung bean paste. Of course, I want to rely on only this. Click on food resources to achieve your fattening wish. Still not difficult. The premise is that you have to believe that the blogger is King Chenshai. Immediately after the meal, he went up and checked it out. I didn't expect it to be 2 tails heavier than the money on the island. Keep going at this speed. In 2.5 years, grow into a ton of little giants. I defeated my brother Qianling. Of course you want to gain weight successfully. We also have to rely on various seafood resources in the sea. Just one day. Weather Brother, didn't you choose an extra large fishing net? Just get down to the right place. I believe even whales can be caught. Waiting period. You can finally check out the same style in Ganges. The harvest of the periodic table of elements. Sure enough, it only took a while. You get a vat full of bacilli. And hygiene seems to be on the spot. Just upgrade it to a larger bucket to hold it. As the saying goes, a house can sweep the world without sweeping it. While there is still some time, Brother Qianqi quickly packed up. Own bigger gang home. As the sun sets, you can finally close the net to check the status of the fish goods. By the way, there is another small fish, haha. It seems that there are still many fish in the place where the hare is calm. 3 strips of lemon. A colorful fish. Sure enough, disposable fishing nets are awesome. Harvested a large pot of small fish. It's really annoying, except for a big fish for charcoal roasting. All the other small fish are cooked in one pot. Unexpectedly, it was only the 3rd day. Brother Jianqi turned against the wind. Started living a vacation life. Then the 3rd day. Also need to find the land of long-term freshwater resources. Can it also successfully counterattack? Early this morning, after he waited, he found that he had lost 7 tails. It's definitely not going to work like this. If allowed. Estimated Qian Lingbi, I have long sought the help of outsiders, Huanan brothers. The first day of the carbohydrate process, he wasn't killed by this giant smaller than an egg. Is the stone blocking the way? It seems I have to do everything I can to read the past today. Sure enough, hard work pays off. After going to the next level, Qian Lingbi can finally climb high and look far. After a period of exploration, he's finally here. A flowing fresh water was found in the stone area. He immediately kissed Mother Earth. Then start clearing the weeds and silt around. Create a suitable water storage environment. Only, the ruthless Iron Hand is in the process of tug-of-war with the earth. A lot of wear and tear. Do you know if you can find fresh water over there? If they find fresh water. Now I have found it. Let him give something in exchange. 3 crabs and a bottle of water. Forget about love. He didn't expect to work hard today. Brother, the weather has already melted into god eggs. The clear spring stone has been washed down for a period of time. Heaven and earth can finally use plastic bottles. Do you store fresh water? Half an hour later, he took the bottle of fresh water he had harvested back to the shelter. Then you can do your best to solve it. Food problem. When choosing supplies on the first day, didn't Jianling Earth want these 20 hokes? In line with a group, as long as you make the golden hanging gall. It can be used for fishing for marine fish, and it just so happens that his shelter is built on a desert island. Next to the self-service building materials, so Qian Lingbi ceremoniously carried out 0. The operation of Yuan purchase. Like this wild fishing rod. Isn't it a good choice? It seems, on this feng shui treasure land chosen by Qian Lingdi, there have been many fishing veterans. Just 2 days ago, he picked up this float. Labels can also come in handy. Next, you can pick up some fresh shao snails. As a gift for Auntie's High. I hope to catch a goldfish as soon as possible. I didn't expect to come down in 2 hours. He only caught some fresh air. And wild water. The bigger the wind and waves, the more expensive the fish. It seems that the main one is John tailing. The angler takes the bait. I didn't expect this fish that finally opened the pot. It still has its own rare attribute for the whole village to eat. Might be a good choice for shining shoes. Just caught a blowfish. This time at least 1 dolphin will be caught. And here's the interesting thing. Heavenly fishing. You have to move and pull the limit of the sea. It turned out to be it. All limbs actively participate in fitness activities, if the final rounding is calculated. Qian Lingbi is still a successful Air Force to know a big fish net that his brother chose. But I harvested more than 10 fish. It seems that Qian Lingbi here can only make fishing traps tomorrow. Only then can we have a chance to harvest small fish. I didn't expect him to be in the process of exploring. I actually found the golden legend again. It seems that the explosion rate in this area is really high. Maybe try hard. You can also pick up wild fried chicken burgers. Now that you have this wild Luyan shovel, just volunteer. Clean up the neighborhood. Of course, such a hard-working heaven and earth. Also, in the process of working, I found a tool for digging oysters. And a mini super grid. So far, it should be a good choice if you chase the sea. Soon, the gods harvested a lot of oyster babies. As for these wild kelp, you can't miss it either. So tonight, Heaven and Spirit can make a meal of kelp. Salt and charcoal grilled oysters. Eat big. Never ask him if he washed his hands, because it is washing at the moment. Old fans who are familiar with Heaven and Spirit should know. Tane salt is his signature dish. It seems that the 3rd day of hard work has come down. Qianling Land also lived a vacation life. So far, the strength and progress of the 2 brothers are on par. The competition is getting hotter. Early morning on the 4th day, the weather brother found out the wilderness freshwater refueling war is already full. Now, you don't have to worry about fresh water anymore. But if you want to achieve the goal of gaining weight, you have to keep looking for food. It is a good choice to catch the sea during low tide. Soon he was digging up these giant oysters. The harvest is just enough to plug the gap between the teeth. If you collect some small screws, is it possible to catch sea fish? Lay the foundation for surveillance, and these were obtained in a tug-of-war with the earth. Booty after victory. Kelp is also a valuable food resource. Just do it with some mung beans left over. Combine operation. You can't make a wild meal of kelp. Mung bean soup. After the weather brother chooses a little kelp, I dried the remaining large basket. The mice express their gratitude for the gift of nature. But there is often exercise. Friends who eat fat-reducing meals should know. Kelp can only supplement trace amounts of yuan at most. Soup just provides satiety. Not too many calories, and these proteins from oysters to mature oysters. Although the meat is not much, but very tender and delicious. Old rules, Teng Yuan and Quan Yuan in front of the screen need first. The weather brother who has gained the essence of fattening said, "As long as you are full, lie down immediately. Can't you switch to weight gain mode immediately?" Certainly, Brother Qianqi didn't pass this great achievement 2 days ago. Did Chen Jian Lodiwang harvest more than a dozen small fish? Perhaps today, we are casting the sea. We can harvest fish in tons. As the saying goes, the bigger the wind and waves, the more expensive the fish. Just got off the net and harvested a big fish. Just out of the world. If you catch fish at this speed, if you continue, in about 2.5 years, you can take all the waters in this sea. Arrest. So in the end, how do you cook this deep sea giant? Hey ha ha. The weather brother whose smile is gradually obscene. I wanted to lie flat. Abandon the plan to make a fishing rod and go fishing. But since we're still making videos, just for everyone here. After all, old fans know, he often served as the commander-in-chief of the Fishing Air Force. After sharpening the knife to his nephew, you can play the previous day. It was to pick up the tetanus hook and lift it. Sealed, soon the golden fishing rod was made. As for the bride price, of course, it's the big wrong seed caught classmate. I believe that Brother Qianqi is full of sincerity. It will definitely win the hearts of the ants. First up was Air Force 1. I really didn't disappoint Brother Qianqi. After a period of hard work, successfully fell into the sea. As for the next Air Force 2, Air Force 3 is also an ace pilot. Either it falls into the air or it falls to the earth. Let's just turn on the $1 million fishing mode. But another hour passed. Hai didn't even accept the gift. Maybe during this time, on Heavenly Network, there will be unexpected gains. There's a lemon fish in it. Wow, another big one. Wow 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 wow. I almost got caught here by him. 3 big crabs, ha ha ha. Sure enough, when choosing supplies and equipment on the first Brother Qianqi gave up the fish hook without hesitation. I chose this fishing net correctly. Now I have to eat a few big fish to get by. It's just that the big crab has already started killing 800 enemies. Passive skill with 1,000 losses. Brother Tianqi's silk cape is covered with bruises. I have to take the time to carry out the operation of Nuwa mending the sky. Anyway, seafood freedom has now been achieved. Maybe it can be used to talk to my brother. Qianling conducts the trading operation of Kongrani. Beautiful woman. Here's the etiquette for you. Is it that good? Will you encounter one? No. I'll take this crab and this fish. Trade lives with you. Also ha ha ha. I don't want to eat this fish. I just brought it to you. Not yet, but today. Wow, swimming crab. Make some crab bright. Okay. No, ha ha ha. So much for one fish and one crab. Is it okay to fill it up? Fill that up. Be generous. That's a little more. You see, it's only a little bit. Okay. Pour it again and I'll be gone. What do you think? Weather brother with a big fish and a crab. In exchange for most of the noodles of Jianling land, who earns more? Night weather brother. A large pot of big fish was arranged as it should be. Crab kelp soup. Watching the sunset fly with the air. The beautiful scenery of autumn water. Tenchigo's plump seafood soup is freshly baked. So obviously, for now, Qianqi's acquisition of food. Already ahead of my brother Qianling. Then on the 4th day of heaven and earth. What kind of food did you harvest? Get up early in the morning. He's going to make a fishing trap to use. Just before, Tenchiko gave his nephew the exact location. Therefore, I am ready to sharpen my knife to my nephew. Passing through the Tenzigo shelter. Found out that the other party was not at home. If you secretly use my brother's heavenly network, can it take off in place? Or trick your brother in 2 days? This time, Jianling Lan only cut for 100-ton nephew to use. Here we go. You can officially start the mode of Guangdong Thanos. But it hasn't been long. His pants blew out silently. You can only borrow the card needle in the first aid kit as needle and thread. Do sewing. Ku Yu's 3-year operation. After the operation of New Abushan, come back from heaven and continue duetting. It wasn't long before the tide went out. You must not miss this excellent rush. See opportunity. I didn't expect it to be similar to Brother Tianqi's harvest, except for some kelp. Only a few giant oysters were harvested. This one looks like that one. Like a bug hundreds of millions of years ago. Ouch. He is like this again. What is this? It's like an ant. After cleaning up the kelp, you can put it in the dark refrigerator. Better flavor after refrigeration, with food security. Next, continue to knit in heaven and earth. Oh yeah. In the future, if you say. It takes 6 or 7 hours to make a finished product. At least for minutes and 5 minutes to put in. Then you can buy it here. Although the weaving is particularly beautiful, but such a mini size. Is it the rhythm to catch a whale? Heavenly expression. This fishing trap can harvest at least 2 caddies of big fish. If it exceeds 2 caddies. Excuse me, please stay where it's cool. Let's hope to harvest at least 1 Loch Ness monster. Next Jiangling. To upgrade your windswept shelter. The material has to be mainly these fresh nephews. Only by making a sufficiently stable frame structure. A sanctuary that doesn't make itself dynamic. With the typhoon directly to the blue sky. And you know what happened. Brother Apocalypse uses a big fish. A big crab was exchanged for most of Jianlingyi's box of flour. You know, flour cannot be caught from the sea. But big fish and crabs can. After cutting the right size bamboo. Then proceed spiritually. Construction of the framework of the shelter. It's nearly 80 taps later. Finally arrange acupuncture services for Mother Earth. Now it must be fried to the rock. A star structure shelter. But the favorite of many wilderness experts. Simple to make. Strong structure, just an inch of time and an inch of gold. Time 1 star. Since the sun is about to go down, go to the internet cafe for a night. Therefore, they can only build their own shelter first. Light luxury grave house. We'll finish up tomorrow. I thought myself, new to bamboo fishing trap made must be a Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? It's true. Filled with fresh air. Fortunately, it's good. From heaven. Chico got this in the second-hand trading market. Big fish and big crabs, so I can have a Chico tonight. The same crab big fish kelp soup. The only difference is, this barbecue net I picked up on the first day of Jiangling land. Surprise him with charcoal grilled oysters anytime. When I ate at night, I suddenly realized. After all, flour is a non-renewable resource on the island, and they're precious carbohydrates. A must for weight gain, but as a younger brother, I can only smile and forgive my brother's deal. But tonight I can eat the tender meat of white and white meat. Really good experience. Early morning on the 5th day, Qianqiu went to measure his weight. He found that he slept when he was full these 2 days. The sleep and eat strategy is very effective. In order to increase the variety of their food, he plans to soak the remaining mung beans through. Use it to send bean sprouts. Soon the San family bucket will be set up. As long as you go to the 0 yuan purchase market to collect a piece of shame cloth is done. Maybe these quilts are for Piao Piao. Extremely soul-like, but this is Qianqi. I found it after 2 hours of hard work. As long as the pillow is not washed and cut well. Then you can blatantly make head oil. Bean sprouts are here to eat. The main thing is to marinate it in advance and taste it. Hope the bean sprouts grow smoothly. Don't bring your own attributes of full devouring attack. Next, just pour some water into the bucket every day. I believe that ANB can eat bean sprouts and vegetables on a daily basis due to the Great Spring. Therefore, if you go deep into the island to fight wilderness, there are few wild vegetables and fruits to eat. So catching the sea became the weather brother. An important source of protein. Soon he harvested a lot of snake pilos. I love luo chow luo and other varieties of seafood. Even high-end ingredients bergamot luo have been arranged. They'll leave soon. Then you can start shooting the wilderness on the tip of your tongue. Down in over an hour. The weather brother harvested a small half bucket of seafood. Due to 3 days of fishing, after 2 days of drying the net, the heavenly net has long been covered with bruises, and only the last juice is left. Therefore, Brother Weather put the harvested seafood until evening. Eat. I can only cook a little mung beans at noon to get by. Brother Weather said that since it is a fattening competition, you have to work hard every day to harvest food. He believes winning is just a sloppy operation. In order to make myself, the ventilated house of the beggar gang has been taken to the next level. Just cover it with a quilt with a few soles. When the wall is used, talk about the future. It seems that Chanling's wave is a bit of a loss. You see, he chose that tarp. And then I got the tarp. I chose the internet. Then I got the hook again. And he picked that one. Then I chose another set of pots. This is really no luck. One operation is as fierce as a tiger. Qianqi brother finally got the hollow anti-wave board 2.0 protection. Such an exquisite wilderness udding room. Is it the rhythm of getting married to Sean Daki? During the sorting period, I even encountered a rat to shoot a big video. The god operation of bomb tires rolling up. In general, from the original family disciple Lingbi became the current family apprentice to Walls. That's a huge improvement. Yesterday, brother Qianqi was not like his brother Chanling Fei. Did you exchange most of the box of flour? You can completely make a few Udalin biscuits by yourself. So treat yourself. Still familiar, pour flour and some water. And then with a relentless iron hand and dough operation. Don't ask God if Chico washed his hands, because it is washing at the moment. Anyway, after absorbing the various essences of the palm, the dough is also gradually turning yellow, without the slightest bit of oil support. Therefore, Tianqi's biscuits, without hesitation, it became a pot helmet. Even if Tianqio is proficient in full-level iron sand palm, you can only fry the biscuits until they are burnt inside. So soon, he logically got to pieces. Hard whetstone. Just use scissors. After scraping off the carbonized part, isn't it equivalent to not burning? Its Dowling biscuits are really unique. He even smiled shyly when the love was strong. This is probably the happiness from carbohydrates. Maybe I can fool my brother again tomorrow. Get more flour. Sure enough, this is the care of my brother. This big pot of bergamot crab feast. It is estimated that it will not be able to finish eating in 2.5 hours. The old rules first, let Peng Yuan hear. Try this very thing. Small series. It seems that on the 5th day, Chejade is still on vacation. So how is my brother Chanling doing? He found this quilt he had found in the wilderness. Comes with itchy properties. Could it be that a PL launched a soul attack last night? After he got on the scale today, he suddenly felt bad because I'm 1 or 2 thinner than yesterday, and still haven't become a jet fighter to free up memory. History says that if you go to the toilet and come back and weigh it again, it is estimated that there are only 5 kilograms until left. Now, his food resources are still not as good as his brother's. Whether but hard-working heaven and earth. Continue to complete the construction of the shelter. At first I wanted to build a half-slope, but the half-slope type takes a long time to scrape. Sure enough, the prison pan of the spiritual land, the stone shelter, is indeed stronger than the sky. Look much better, but if you can't make ends meet every day, let alone gain weight, it's the limit to keep losing weight. So far, catching the sea is still his better choice. First of all, kelp is inexhaustible as a guaranteed food. Next, we have to try our luck to pick up the big oysters. You must know that Chan Lingbi eats oysters every day these days. It can be said that the night is a spring dream without a trace. He even uses silkworm horns. Limits the quarter of a thick crab. It seems that the sea is finally going to take off today. After washing the kelp as usual, put it in the darkener refrigerator and refrigerate for a while. During the waiting period, at 0 turned on scavenging mode. Hope to find some available foam. Lay the ground of your own shelter flat. Really fast, he was on fertile ground. Saw a bunch of foam boxes. It seems that the land is quite fertile. The explosion rate is really high. Found a few golden biographies. Say crab dragon. As for this piece of wood that exudes a strange atmosphere, just stay away. After taking back the shelter, Heavenly Spirit immediately cut the foam box into the right size, and then you can give your own shelter floor. Did you put foam tiles on it? Obviously the mosaic of madness. Enough to prove that his pants had a flat tire again, but upgrade from school single bed to presidential suite. After the queen room, it's much more comfortable, as long as it doesn't suddenly pour goose feathers. Light rain. Believe that your shelter will not be flooded. Of course, if you can stay in your own shelter. If you dig gutters around, more secure. Sure enough, Qian Qizhe is still lying down next door, nourishing the beauty. The diligent heavenly spirit has started the road of fitness again. Just after such an operation, his sanctuary is not more like a light luxury grave wind than the next day's bamboo fishing. Cash should have paid off. Sure enough, 3 small fish poured out of it. Although this fish used to be fed to pigs, but now if you feed it to the heavenly spirit, rounding, it is equivalent to heaven and earth equal to pigs. Make a simple meal of kelp tonight. Come and eat fresh fish soup. After all, you can eat charcoal roasted oysters every day. Such a sumptuous gao package. Prove Qianling, the land has also begun a state of continuous vacation. Look at the size of this wound. But these days, eating too many oysters also has a trouble. Last night, I had a dream. As a result, it will be troublesome later. Unknowingly, half the time has passed since the wilderness fattening competition. So, who will be able to sprint with all their strength in the final stage? Get the final victory. The 6th day opens early in the morning. Thunderstruck Jianqi turned into a jet fighter. Could it be that my brother Qianling has diarrhea in the flour? Medicine. Brother Jianqi, who has severe defecation difficulties, immediately revealed the stroke mask. In order to ease the ruthlessness of overturning the river. Taste. Cook some heat-clearing and detoxifying mung bean soup to drink. It should be possible to deliberately extend life. Studies have shown that the weather should start for humans. So he has to make salt as soon as possible to replenish his energy. So the first thing you had to do was build a seawater filter. Filter impurity. Charcoal and sand are great filters. He believed that difficulties were only temporary. As long as you do your best to break through this difficulty, then you will find there's another hurdle ahead. As the so-called 10 years of life and death. 2 mangoes in half a day. After some waiting, the weather brother is finally happy to mention a pot of water. During the heating process, is but feels like vomiting again. It turns out that the spleen and stomach deficiency words will pull more fiercely. If you spray it like this again, believe in Qianqi. The great feat of no more moon landings will be completed soon. A large pot of salt extracted from seawater. Make him smile shamefully. Although this slightly yellowed coarse salt, it cannot be used for a long time, but if you use it to stress for a few days, it shouldn't be a big problem. After having a fate with fate, it is the best match to have a fate with Hai. After laying the heavenly net, catch the sea. Today, brother Qianqi finally discovered a new variety. Jia Baoyu. What kind of experience is it to chase the sea out of the dream of red mansions? As long as the other party absorbs not only chickens, immediately attack and you can successfully dig it out. Brother Qianqi noticed that anti and crab flashed by. Of course you can't get used to them. Manpower pumping must be arranged immediately. It's just urgent robbery. And it was fast. This uncontrollable crab began the extreme pulling operation of the snakeskin position. But there is no way to escape brother Tianqi's silkworm horn. Double team with the Tathagata palm. Then he immediately turned into a little tang monkey in the wilderness. Just pull this boulder apart. Maybe you can harvest a wild brand monkey. Sure enough, he soon liked to mention small fish and crabs. Terminator title. Harvest so much. The golden age of Tenchiko believed that as long as you bring down the island, then you can become the future kelp tycoon. But Tenchiko doesn't seem satisfied. Maybe you can come to my brother's place to take care of the hut. Is this the rhythm of stealing, by the way? Sure enough, he will soon be in his brother's dark refrigerator. Found some kelp pan crabs. If the 0 yuan purchase operation is carried out on the spot, then run away. It is estimated that after Qianling comes back, I thought the crab slipped away by itself. Soon weather brother. This one was built by my brother. The 3-story small bungalow was attractive. Living is indeed better than your own. But brother Qianqi doesn't seem to have succeeded in fighting against the wild. It is estimated that a lot of seafood here, it has already been taken away by my brother. Just give my brother a surprise scare. He hasn't noticed me coming yet. The chicken jumped. Who let you have a brain problem here, sir? Hey ha ha. Ha ha. Hurry up and run, over here ha ha ha. Give me a fright. Jump off your feet. Tiger body shakes, and then the picture of the face turning green can be seen. Qiao Lingdi was about to faint from fright. Even funnier is the next non-equivalent transaction. You catch such a big crab. Wow. Why don't I change one with you? What do you want to exchange with me? I'll take a small crab for you, haha. You can trade the small one for the big one with me. Why don't you give me this cat's eye snail? Why is that? I put salt in it. I made salt. I have salt. I dug salt on that rock. That food is not healthy, you know. It wasn't easy, so I won't do it. Say again. Oops. Why did you put him there? Ha ha ha. The weather brother who failed to cover the tactics. You can only come back and inherit your own board Pure Cow Plus. Long course, been down all day. Big Fish King. It must be the highlight. 2 petal crabs. A lemon fish. Another fish, wow. And a big crab. Wow. 3 although the weather. Brother is happy to mention a pot of crabfish again, but his bruised Fish King. I'm about to retire. We can only arrange a crab kelp and soup immediately. And boiled conch. To soothe the wounded heart. Old rules. Let the fans in front of the screen try the poison first. After confirming that he will not become a jet fighter again. Qianqi brother finally mukbang contentedly. As long as he can eat a few meals tonight. Even if I pull out a few more meals tomorrow morning, it's not a big problem. Unexpectedly, the morning of the 6th day, Qianling Earth also arranged a kelp fight. Fishing task even made a bigger bucket. For kelp. Now go out and collect this kelp. Take it back and let it dry. There is indeed enough kelp here. It's like pulling weeds. You see, a grab is a handful. Oh, thanks. My baby is wet. He also lost some in the sky. Plants used to feed pigs in Brother Key's mouth. It seems that in the eyes of my brother is really a veritable pig bull. He wasn't near the shelter 2 days ago. Did you find a tetanus cage? Weather brother, first, the tattered fishing nets on it. All disassembled. Then you get 0 yuan to buy from the market and collect it. This Apia special overalls. Might come in handy. And here's the magic, Qian Lingbi. I actually found a large bag of items not far away. Did he secretly call for airdrop supplies? After some in-depth exploration, he finally found this. Black silk mesh of the right size. Just wrap the skeleton of the tetanus dragon. Then tie it with rope. A wilderness platoon is made. As for crabs, the VIP channel is set in the middle of the bone surface. This time I prepared a snail buffet for them. I believe that with this temptation, give the crabs a straight path to the underworld. Is it clear? Hope this crab. Can the dragon harvest a prehistoric cancer for the gods? Kelp that has been drying for a few hours, turned directly into crunchy seaweed. With this kind of food as a guarantee, the Kirin brothers will never appear again. Hungry for 9 meals in 3 days, compared with my brother's seawater filtration system, and the operation of extracting coarse salt after boiling. Qianling Earth simply goes directly to the rock to remove alkali. Coarse sea salt dried in the county sea, although it saves a lot of effort. But this unfiltered coarse salt, impurities must cut more than the weather. And of course, every day, it's a great source of protein for him. Look at this oyster. How fat. Lots of spider crabs. Not pig snails. On the way back, I ran into a wild back crab. Heaven and Earth immediately carry out the operation of pumping water. Unexpectedly, in the process of catching crabs, unexpectedly, harvested a deep-sea giant tilapia wing. Then the crab family of fur was also whole. Checha was arranged by Heaven and Earth. And you saw what happened. Brother Weather was not ambushed by a sneak attack. Although my brother has a certain degree of blood suppression. But the crucial moment, Heaven and Earth still stopped the other party from multiplying, the act of venturing into troubled waters. After all, Zhao Xian, I have been studying all day without sleeping or eating, finally came to a valuable conclusion. That is, this game is not won by Brother Weather. It's Heaven and Earth. Today his ichthyosaur. It seems that an uninvited guest has arrived. It looks like a stone. And the crab trap actually opened fire successfully. Qian Lingbi, after raising this rare stone fish. Other proteins. You can logically arrange a one-stop popularity. Served the coarse salt he picked up had been drying for a while. It also became hard. Although the heavenly spirit knows very well that this kind of coarse salt cannot be eaten too much, but it's okay to eat a ton or two occasionally. Maybe he didn't catch as many small fish as his brother, but you can grill oysters every day with this barbecue net charcoal. Charcoal grilled crab, definitely a top vacation lifestyle. You can't eat all that protein. It's really annoying. Early morning on the 7th day, Tenchigo wakes up from a nightmare. In a dream, his brother Chanling actually came to marry in the middle of the night. Brother Tianqi immediately checked all his belongings. All is well. I didn't expect to be ready to go on the scale to check the body. When it was heavy, I found that my brother Chanling was also there. Just use the bloodline to suppress, give brother and a trumped-up crime. Strongly condemn the other party's behavior of stealing home in dreams. Heaven and Earth seem to have a plan to speed up the game. Brother Tianqi is ready to negotiate with his brother. Make new rules. I want to discuss with you the problem with the rules of this competition. Is there anything wrong with this rule? Hey, don't go to the horse feast and listen to me. We started to figure out who would lose 5 kilograms first. Or whoever gains 5 kilograms first. End the challenge. And I think it's really hard to do that. Oh, don't play yet. You should listen to me first. Chan Lingbi's resentful eyes. Is it like playing in class with your friends? The expression on the face when being caught by the teacher. After some friendly negotiation, the two decided to weigh themselves on the 10th day and compete. I learned that my brother has been fishing. After nothing, the weather brother immediately came to the motivation. It seems that as a brother, catch a whale as soon as possible. Just take the lead. Old fans should know. The two Kirin brothers often go fishing and catch a lonely fish. This Air Force One, why is it still comparable to Air Force Two? Sure enough, after more than an hour of hard work, once again, I proved the strength of the Air Force to everyone. It seems that where there is Wallon, there must be Phoenix chicks. This enchanting sleeping position proved that Tianqi's old sister-in-law is also charming. Finally, brother Tianqi said, it's not that he can't catch fish. It's just that no fish took the bait. He's been very successful at fishing failures. Only mung beans can relieve worries. You can knead a big pot of kelp and mung bean soup every day. It's really annoying. Sleepy in spring, tired in summer, tired in autumn. It's a good day to sleep all year round. Brother Tianqi resisted the willingness to lie flat and went up the mountain to fight wilderness with the blessing of the tetanus blade. Believe in finding wild fried chicken. Hamburgers are not impossible, but even if you repeat thousands of steps, suddenly you will be enlightened, even approaching the speed of light. I never met a dinosaur, or Ultraman, or something like that. Even the constipation artifact mountain sticky fruit has no results yet. It's impossible to continue the pattern of growing white grass, because you lose everything by mistake. 2 moves in a row. Some plants are poisonous. Comes with its own full devour of its properties, although all the way down, no edible wild vegetables or fruits were found. But get to face the sea. The achievements of spring flowers are not very fast. Lao Ji's welfare is ambitious. You can't miss the daily sea mission during the low tide period. Sure enough, ruthless iron tons in a few clicks. A unit of measure. If this goes on, the whole village of Conk will be beheaded by the weather and the whole house. I just found it in the process of chasing the sea with excitement. Accidentally ran away from home. I didn't expect that the equipment could be exploded in a sea. Is it the National Uniform Panu Stealth? Has the disarm skill been triggered? Catch so many conch. There are about 200 of them. Find the scissors again. Forget it. Well, the car is lost. It seems that Brother Jianqi is still modest. There are at least 20,000 conch in this vat. It was the tetanus scissors that hurt him. It can only be turned into a human-powered washing machine. Cook a conch meal to solve your worries. Then, after Brother Jianqi eats this cauldron of conch, will it be greatly enhanced? Or continue to become a jet fighter? The answer will be revealed tomorrow. Here we go. Broadcast the daily life of the 7th day at Chanling Earth. I didn't expect him to become a jet fighter early in the morning. Weigh the memory before freeing it. Then you can open it up in a comfortable mood. After weighing it again, it is half a caddy less than before. Next up is Tenchigo and Sky. The 10th day of spiritual consultation. The whole process of being absolutely superior. Because my brother also deliberately in front of my brother. Show off the big hero fishing net. This celestial decision. I have to do a good trick tonight. Oh no, old brother. He expressed that as long as you don't open the big or small on the day of the final, fill your stomach with water. Can't you win easily? Good guy, is this the rhythm of the pork that needs to be filled with water? It is estimated that it is highly likely the weather brother will do the same. Here we go. He even started making spoons in a leisurely manner. The one hooked again is the handle of the charcoal spoon. Tear off the excess muscles and bones for him. Clean him up here. And this spoon is about this big. Pretty soon, a pipe and a spoon of the same style are made with this little kitchen artifact. So you don't have to hold a stainless steel pan every time you drink soup. I'm bored. You must not miss the opportunity to catch the sea during the low tide period. Unexpectedly, this time he actually harvested a grain of sand white as the so-called bold sand white bird flies back. If you can make the same 9-tooth nails with 8 rings, if you climb, maybe you can harvest more sand white. The first to appear are these tetanus nails. Then you have to choose appropriate sized wooden board as the main frame. Soon the ancient artifact was finally released. Really, when frying fish plates, the use effect can be described as invincible, because it takes a while. That's all the sand. Therefore, Qian Lingdi immediately found a feng shui treasure land. Excavation turns out that this is the real scraping injury. I didn't expect to be on this mini beach. I was actually found by the gods so much sand white. Even the ruthless iron hand dug casually can gain something. I thought I would harvest half a barrel. Shabai is already the limit of today. Wait until the bamboo of the spiritual land is caught in the also harvested a lot of ants and crabs. So can the iron dragon create another brilliance? It turns out that the harvest here is also a golden legend, even if you have a big bucket of seafood feast. Still don't stop. Continue to the rocky cemetery to buy big oysters. So tonight, you can arrange a large bag of seafood logically. Fondue and daily explore oysters. So far, heavenly food. It's already slightly better than Brother Weather, and he works so hard every day. According to this harvest, very likely to win the Weather Brother wins. Of course, after a full meal, here comes the highlight of tonight. I have to get one for my brother. A surprise. Just wait until my brother goes to bed at 11 p.m. Qianling Land officially departs. Sure enough, when you came to the Weather Gobi shelter blatantly, the other party has already drawn Zhou Mengdi. The heavenly spirit did not intend to wake him directly. Instead, the important supplies of Brother Qianji equipment is secretly hidden behind the shelter. It's not against the rules. You can scare your brother through pranks. Tade, get up early in the morning. Brother Qianji found out that his house had been stolen. All important supplies were gone. If you calculate according to the exclusion method, first rule out Qin Shai Huang, then rule out Ultraman. So the answer, of course, is geography. Well done. After the clairvoyant vision of Brother Qianji, the hidden items were soon discovered. What's even more rampant is, dude is even on the ground. I left a few big ones that Qianling didn't steal. Word original. This is the legendary next door spirit never stole. There is no silver in this place for 302 days. After recapturing his heavenly net, immediately carry out the operation of going to sea to test the water. I didn't expect a Shang who has ascended to heaven. Fang Baojian has been waiting for a long time, as the so-called salted fish is still salted fish after turning over. After going offline, Brother Qianji also paid attention to stealing the house. The main thing is a reciprocity. And blatant. Brother Qianji even wanted to take advantage of his brother's absence. Straight into the highlands, turn each other's shelter into a shield. But the wise Qian Lingbi had already expected it. My brother may have this action in defense. So the Zeng Fei competition became a homestead battle. Qianji brother decided to steal the house again tonight. Dizzy like a cow before going to bed. After falling asleep, the world is undecided. You and I are both dark horses. 2 hours later, Qianji brother finally, you can check it with confidence. Harvest of fishing nets. Yeah. Haha. Harvested. Wow. Another colorful fish. 2. I have another one here. Compared with the previous days, the stronger the wind and waves, the more expensive the fish. Is simply a storm, the smaller the wave, the fewer fish. Although these fish even ride the sky. I can't even recognize the species of pigeon. Let's just call them whales first. This time I used the big fish net 3 times. Finally retired. It is very reasonable to cook a pot of kelp fish soup at noon. He died on the spot because of the fishing net, so can it continue in the next few days? Strategies for sleeping and gaining weight after eating small fish every day. It depends on Brother Tianqi's fishing ability. To make fishing nets for retirement. Achieve the great feat of being laid off in employment. Tenchigu immediately sharpened his knife to the trees. Then wrap the rotten fishing net around this packing. All around staggered resin. Then place the upper sword you just picked up. Among them, this Christmas tree has the same style of Panzadon. The fishing trap is completed. Believe in the little fish in the sea. You all like this relative-like taste very much. Hope for a new trap. At least one can be harvested in the sea of Wanyang. Crocodile or SpongeBob SquarePants. Take advantage of low tide. Gotta go to the desert island buffet seafood market. The operation of purchasing at 0 yuan. Sure enough, the first among them are these contra. I love luo, species, Aishaluo and Azangura. Weather Brother said, my brother must not have found this conch holy land, right? However, the truth is that we eat big fish every day. Crab oysters, no need to dig conch at all. And here's the magic. The scissors he lost yesterday have a limited time to return. Chico is more motivated to catch the sea this summer. Just a moment. Harvested a bucket of conch weighing up to 5 kilograms. Whole family bucket, although 5 kilograms conch for kilograms shell. Maybe even bring a caddy. The adverse effects of 2 caddies, but as an old jet fighter, the Weather Brother. Not panicking at all. The big deal is to lie down wherever you fall. After dinner, we finally came to the main event. Wait until around 12 o'clock in the night. The auspicious time has come. Brother Apocalypse finally started the plan to steal the house. I didn't expect him to orchestrate this action. There was an accident. When did he go out the door? Is he sleeping yet? What about his stuff? Such a big pot. Those things are gone. Is he hiding? Or put it in there? Is he asleep? Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh, dear. Ouch, you scared me to death. Ha ha ha. It turns out that my brother successfully anticipated Brother Tianqi's anticipation. Now it's really dead before you get married. Lose your husband and lose your army? Tianqi Jade escaped. After returning to the shelter, the little heart is still racing wildly. So superior. How is it defended in advance? So here's his perspective. Since the 7th night, after stealing the house and successfully tricking Brother Tianqi, on the 8th day, early in the morning, the heavens and the earth became vigilant. Because he anticipated his brother will definitely come today. Do things, but still don't miss any food during the day. Opportunity to replenish energy, because after a lot of research and analysis on the spiritual land, draw an important conclusion. That is, as long as he wins, brother loses. So today, heaven and earth continue to visit the small white sand beach that day. Although the sand digging white artifact, the 9-tooth nail crawled, then accidentally lost it, but it can be done with a ruthless iron hand. Operation of Haidalao. After all, his 10-finger god party has long been invincible. Unexpectedly, after using hundreds of flashes, Qianling Earth only harvested 5 sand whites. It seems that the Shabai extermination planned 2 days ago. It's gone crazy. Trust the whole village. Sabai has already blacklisted the heavenly spirit land. Here we go. Heaven and earth began a state of divine prophecy, the first Heva. Bad feeling. The upgrade will definitely come and destroy my fangs. If I make a door and close myself. And also put these items. Hide him in the Q lock. So tonight he can't steal even if he wants to. Only in the process of his search for materials, I actually found a pair of Apiakwai's shoes. The extremely soulful attributes make the heavenly land of course a willing. After wearing and harvesting enough foam boxes, Qianling land can continue to be used. Fresh nephew makes door frame. I have too. He sort of figured out the tower defense game. It seems that heaven and earth, most likely the master of the king pesticide. It is estimated that it is a national, uniform shield. It also comes with the function of repairing a tower. Soon the foam bamboo city gate was made. This wilderness pyramid. Not only can it prevent the Weather Brother from coming to steal the house, it also prevents mummies from visiting the island. Of course, if a shark sneaks ashore. If you want to take away Qianlingbi. It doesn't work now, does it? It's just that his final work is particularly easy to make people. Fantasies. It is estimated that the epitaph is written on the door. It's really perfectly restored. Take advantage of the regression theory. Of course, you can't miss the sea beast or the piglet move. Seafood like oysters and crabs. And the nephew's fishing trap remains. Very awesome harvest half a barrel. Big fish and crabs, but the iron dragon trap that was stranded by the madly rolled waves. The amazing thing is that there are still a lot of crabs in it. Therefore, you can arrange a meal of crabs and white tonight. Kelp hot pot and charcoal grilled oysters. It has long been a daily necessity for the spiritual land. Mukbang process. Heavenly Spirit even burst into tears. After dinner, he immediately. All important supplies are put in the shelter. Then close the door and wait for Brother Tianqi to arrive. And you saw what happened next. Tianqi, brother was almost scared out of his brother's 10-year cerebral thrombosis. I have too. I still have a good hand in living this piece of heaven and earth. Then there are 2 days left in the game. What will happen to the brothers? Sprint as hard as you can. Eating crabs while surviving on a desert island. Conch feast. Wudalan biscuits and wild vegetable dumplings. What was that experience like? Kirin brothers. A fattening contest on a desert island. Whoever loses the least weight wins. Early morning on the 9th day, Tenchiko went to check the rotten kingfish fishing. The harvest of the trap. With the naked eye, you can vaguely see a few crabs hanging on it. But I didn't catch any small fish. Probably because of the rejection of the taste of relatives. But a total of 5 were harvested. The weather for sand crab snacks is not very bad. Hope to get it next time. A few caddies of wild Loch Ness splash bars. For maximum increase. Probability of catching small fish. Brother Tianqi immediately summoned the tetanus blade. Ready to weave out of these fresh oranges. Fishing cage use. But it hasn't been woven to 1/4 of the progress. The stomach starts to strike. It seems that I can only ask for help from my own seafood reserve bucket. Just grab it and it's a big pot of conch. As for crabs, it is a service that Shiti died in place and became popular on the spot. Although during mukbang, the conch meat is also mixed with a lot of sand. But after eating, it shouldn't turn into a sand sculpture. You gain weight, right? Continued editing of non-stop questions about the weather after meals for Guandun Thanos. It's a hands-on operation. Brother Tianqi even tried his best too. More details. Show us. So, you guys in front of the screen, did you pay your tuition? Look at the shade. Is Brother Tianqi going to be the rhythm of the national uniform Mad Ire? This is Jingyi's place. Compile now. Just put a dragon mouth in it. Until dusk, and he was able to weave it. The size is about twice that of the same style in Chanlingdi. Is this really the rhythm of catching a shark? Whether brother can think of the best gift for sea fish is DCs. I hope neither aunt nor aunt can accept Tianqi brother. An invitation to the nephews DeLong car, only the torpedo launch doesn't seem to go well. After several tests with stones, finally sank to the bottom, as long as the Earth Dragon don't secretly fly away with Hai. I believe it's not a big problem, so after a whole day of crazy girls, rolled waves baptized down, it's time for the Christmas tree fishing trap to harvest my aunt. I didn't expect it to be more thorough this time. They don't even have crabs. It seems that this silk hole trap. The main thing is that one aspires to participate. Tonight the weather brother decides. Put the conch in your own seafood bucket. All consumed. With a big pot of kelp and mung bean soup. It's enough to be a hearty meal. Dinner, but if the food is not harvested tomorrow, he's going to starve tonight. I don't know if Chia Lin will defend against me. What are you still doing there? Staying up so late. Ha ha ha, why did this come here again? I came to find the toilet. What are you doing staying up so late? I'm thinking about how to win you tomorrow. Ha ha, they're almost gone. Do you need to go to the toilet? I am in Wuxi. Ha ha, and the 9th day, heaven and earth, resurrected from his own pyramid sanctuary. Considering that tomorrow is a showdown. Weighing time. Therefore, it is impossible for the heavenly spirit land to exist again. Too large body has been consumed. But even if I've been eating and drinking every day these days, I still lost a caddy when I put it on the scale. It seems that I only eat out seafood set menu every day. It's hard to gain weight without starch. Now as long as you lose more weight than the weather, small can also win the game. It turned out that some wheat flour was specially left by Qianlingdi. Wait 2 days for the final sprint before eating, to make the wilderness on the tip of the tongue a little smoother. Qianlingdi simply remodeled and upgraded the stove. It happened to be at the nearby wilderness self-service building materials market. 2 wild red bricks were found. Then you can put it on the plank. It has been upgraded with the matching of soil. Although new, the stove does seem to be greatly improved. Combustion efficiency. The last 2 days are left. Heaven and earth take a lot of effort to build. We agreed to save energy. And then he thought about the golden rod. Just bind the lead pendant you picked up in it. Ready to use, he even reluctantly gave up his love and poured out a little face. Stir it together with oyster meat and use it as bait. It looks just like Kazai fried oysters. Branded appearance. The woodland is so full of sincerity. It should be able to successfully move and hide. Okay, as to famous fishing skies. One of the commanders-in-chief. At least this time, you have to catch a dolphin to prove your strength. I didn't expect him to actually catch one. Brother to a dolphin. Blow fish up. If it is used to polish shoes, it is estimated that it must be wrapped to increase the fishing success rate. The heavenly spiritual land is even willing to cross mountains and seas, through a sea of people. Only at this height. It's more like a leap of faith. The requirements of heaven and earth are not high. It's almost enough to catch a few caddies of small fish. It's just that he didn't fall into the sea after all. Fell to the earth. Simply, today, I use the leftover flour to make udon biscuits. Tane salt to improve the taste. This edible white nori can become an important material for making vegetable cakes. As for the kelp, he has been drying for several days. It's already crunchy. The first dish to be homemade. It's udon biscuits. Pour out the flour. After mixing with chopped wild vegetables, sprinkle a little more salt water. You can stir under the ruthless iron hand. Make a flour dough with the right softness. After making to biscuits. And then finally, you can continue to make Tianqi's signature dishes. It hurts. After the dried kelp is boiled in a pot of water for a period of time, continue to put it in the dumplings. As for the biscuits, and we had to build a master grill for that. Soon a carbohydrate happy meal was ready. Today's food has kelp, tane salt, charcoal grilled wild vegetables savory. If you are hurt, you will sleep in pain. After eating for a while, finally ended the first half, so the gods released the memory very tacitly. Continue the mukbang in the second half. After all, the last 2 days, it depends on who eats more and outputs less. Early morning on the 10th day, Tenchiko went to check the newly made bamboo ground cage harvest. I thought it would at least be harvested. And 10 tons. How to expect? Only a small fish and a crab were harvested. Although this big fish is alive before it dies. But in the process of pouring it out just now, being stoned to death is too embarrassing. As for the Pansadong fishing trap, there is no surprise in the Air Force. He first salted the big fish he had harvested. Tickled in advance. Then you can hold the bucket to complete the daily rush. Mission of the sea, in a small puddle. Ruthless by the weather brother. The iron hand took out 2 thick-scaled crabs. Is this a discount for dating in it? As for passing by the beach, also don't miss the opportunity to dig for sand crab snacks. So Tianqi's fattening competition. It successfully evolved into a sea catching show. Except for the sand crab, can he still dig a grain of sand white from the beach? After a period of hard work, Brother Tianqi successfully harvested a small half bucket of seafood. Cook a crab bant killing white soup at noon to eat. Bean sprouts that have sprouted for a long time can finally make their debut. So soon, a large pot of seafood soup is ready. In the face of such a huge fish, Brother Tianqi has a deep feeling directly. I didn't expect that during the meal, 2 brothers directly fell from the sky. It turned out that the old bottom was making Brother Weather can only watch this pair of condor heroes from a distance. Eat and drink to a new height. Because every time you move, it's all disrespect for fattening. As for the approaching dusk, why did he pick up these souvenir shells? Is it the rhythm of calcium supplementation for yourself? And use the road pocket page, this little windmill made by dividing 5 by 2. Is it to unlock the achievements of wind turbines? Although it looks like the 2 idiots at the head of the village. Vision but also have to love the empty nest wife. Start with you and me due to the seepage of the tide. So I can only reluctantly eat mung beans tonight. Consume all the remaining food at once, because you have to weigh yourself on the 11th day. But the weather is more, whether they can win the game. Full of worry, because of diarrhea a few days ago, let him never recover. The only solution now, just to harvest a little more food tonight. Then eat it tomorrow morning. Drink some more water and put on the scale. After a night of clipping dolls, he harvested a small half barrel, a wide variety of seafood. The 11th day, I woke up in the morning. The weather brother ate all these seafood. Also drank a lot of watermark squeezing. How will the spiritual land deal with it? On the 10th day, he went to catch the sea early in the morning. The harvest is still a good fellow crab, snakeskin snails, oysters and other seafood. After a period of effort, his seafood bucket was successfully filled. It's just that the next operation is a bit magical. He actually cut out a foam box of the right size, and I used it to steam pigeons. Although this vat of seafood is placed on the plate, it's absolutely breathtaking. But the foam also steamed with it. Are you really not afraid of triggering the attributes of the whole village eating table? It's such a seafood feast. At least you can gain half a caddy. After the nap, he even used existing materials and making kites for entertainment. This just corresponds to the behavior of my brother riding on the small windmill. Sure enough, this bamboo kite flew lonely. It seems that Chan Lingbi, I am very confident that I can win the game tomorrow. When I go to check the bamboo fishing cage in the afternoon, they found a big fish and a crab inside. As for his iron cage, I have already flown away with my ants. Tonight's dinner is still arranged with the signature Tang Yuan, Wudalan biscuits, charcoal grilled oysters to eat. Sure enough, the heavenly spirit has powder toughness. Day 11 early morning. Heaven and earth are exactly the same as my brother's idea. They all get up early in the morning to harvest seafood. Feast, there are such heavyweight conch. Blessings on crab and charcoal grilled oysters. Believe in winning the game. It's a hands-on operation. Before getting on the scale, he even stole a few dollars. Put the stone in the pocket. Sure enough, it was discovered by brother whether all of a sudden it seems that both parties are cramming. It's hard to tell the winner scientifically and fairly. In order to get the truest weight of the two, whether brother suggested all that the two have harvested today. The food was clustered together. Eat a desert island seafood feast. Then tomorrow neither of them can drink water. Weigh yourself on an empty stomach and compete. That's what it sounds like. It's much fairer. Qianqi brother spent 2 hours. Harvested for crabs and more than 20 conch shells. Here we go. He continued to go to the sand white holy land to pick up the corpses frantically. Do it in 2 hours. Harvested about 40 sand whites. It's just that he held back the memory for 3 or 4 days. It's finally going to be released. I'm big here. I can't hold it anymore. It's been more than 3 days and 4 days. Ow. Hey ha ha ha. So comfortable. Congratulations to Tianqi's sister-in-law and mother-in-law when she returns to the shelter. I found that my brother had already brought a big bucket of oysters in order to eat and drink further. Brother Apocalypse arranged for my brother to continue collecting wild vegetables, harvest and he himself began to prepare for the seafood feast. From the crazy mosaic, Chanling's pants blew out again. How about tonight? There is a Yanji conch, charcoal grilled oysters, and this kelpan crab soup, and sand white tube soup. How about this cabbage? Just a minute. Let you see if the ichthyosaur has any fish. If there are fish, take it back and make cabbage fish soup. Then the cooking plan can be officially started. First, a large pot of conch. Put it on this cloth that was once used to sprout beans. Then pour all the coarse salt down and marinate to taste. Then bandage and tie up. You can perform the operation of the terroir. Then this Dayu Helix pill. Can it be made successfully? The entire alchemy process seemed unusually calm. Soon after, the Dali Immortal pill was finally freshly baked. It can then proceed. Familiar charcoal grilled oyster operation. So tonight's dinner for 2. It's the most abundant since I went to the island. After the husband and wife worship caught in sync, the two started mukbang racing mode. After all, who eats more is more cost effective. Hundreds of groups are small, but the meat is delicious. They still turn it in. Ha ha ha. Ah, you can go down tomorrow and have another big meal. Above with wine. Gone soon. Hey ha ha ha. Don't use this kind of snail for gathering next time. He can't speak. I have a trick to dump like this. I think it's simpler, you see. Right? Okay. What's the matter? I got you drunk with this sugar. The brothers ate until late at night. Just finished all the food. So, on the premise that neither side is cramming, who will win? Day 12 early morning. The two began to operate the scale. Searched the whole body. After confirming that the body is hollowed out, the result of 64.3 kilograms was measured, compared to the 65.8 kilograms measured on the first day on the island. A total weight loss of 1.5 kilograms. And the Weather brother's 64.9 kilograms is even more outrageous, because he just landed on the island and weighed 67.5 kilograms. A total of 2.6 kilograms are missing. It was a clear victory. According to the rules, he can get a chance to punish Brother Weather. I don't have to tell you the result. Whoever wins counts you great. Then this punishment. Is it as you said that day? You're going to swim back. We're going to do it another way, right? Swim back here. Don't worry, it's several kilometers away. You are just a big brother. If it's easy, you can kill it once. What are you doing? Did you go back and explain this? Oh, really? This is what he said to ask his fans for advice. Tailor me a fun punishment. Then just wait. Therefore, the Kieran brothers' dessert island fattening competition ended successfully. Here we go. What other fun games do they have?